Hi, good evening, and welcome. My name is Andrea of Andrea Gonzalez Motivations. I am here this evening on Monday to greet you with love, to inspire you with hope, to challenge you for change, and to hopefully impact you for your life. It's Monday, and it's Mental Monday. And today, our conversation is going to be one that I often think about. My topic today is, where would I be? Where would I be? When asked this question, what do you think about? You know, when I think about where would I be, sometimes it's made me think about some opportunities that I let go. It's made me think about some places that I would be, but I'm not there today. If someone asked you today, where would I be? Where would you be? What kind of thoughts would you have? What kind of emotions would go through you as you began to dive or delve into that conversation? Some of us would have some regrets. Some of us wouldn't have any regrets. Some of us would be stuck in the thought process of the things that came and the opportunities that we missed out on, or the things that we gave up because of deciding to be responsible for one thing or another. Or maybe we thought this was the best opportunity, and so we took that opportunity, and it came to be that it wasn't everything that we imagined it to be. Thinking for too long could probably cause you to disconnect from the reality of where you are versus where you would be. It would allow you to drift in a place that I would call a fantasy, because you don't know how things would have turned out where you could have been, because it didn't play out that way. But your mind would tell you, your mind will play tricks and tell you, oh, I would be so much better if I had done this, or I would be so much in a better place if I had done this. Or it would probably even tell you that, had I not decided to take this opportunity, I could have been over here. Or even some people would take it to being in a relationship. Whatever it is, whatever your thought process, I will always talk about myself first. I wouldn't be where I'm at today had I had taken advantage of a college opportunity years ago, a full ride to New York out of high school. But do I look at that and say, I wish I don't live in a place after I make my decision where the results are always good, or there have been a lot of what I would like to call a lot of spankings along the way. I'm not one to sit back and say, man, I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda. I don't really do that. I kind of just deal with it. I chuck it up, and I try to learn something from it to make myself better. My question today is, where would I be? That's what I want you to think about. Where would you be? If you answer the question in your mind, do you think you'd be happier? Do you think you'd be at more peace? Do you think that you would be wealthier? Do you think that you would be more sure of yourself? I don't know. That is for you to answer. But if your life circumstances today are currently troubling you, I want to try and help you express them openly and private. See, sometimes we can't express to other people what we're really feeling, because sometimes people begin to see you different. Then they begin to look at you and say, I didn't know you were having thoughts like that. I don't think that necessarily that your thoughts are bad, but they can be deep, and they can hurt some people, because, your truth might be very hurtful to other people to hear. So I would never tell you to expose that to other people. But I would tell you it could be very therapeutic for you to get in a car and be open and be honest with yourself, and to say it, to say how you're feeling. Where would I be? To say, what you're thinking. To be in a shower by yourself. To take you a short, brisk walk and say, you know what? I thought I would have been here. I thought I would have made it here. I thought I made the right turn when I turned here. I thought I went down the right neighborhood when I came onto this side of town. It's okay, because getting it out can ease some of the pain and the stress that you are withholding. Once it's done, once you get it out, don't rush away the emotions that come with it. Sometimes the emotions that come with it can make you cry. Sometimes the emotions of it can make you sad. I have a loved one, and at the end of her and her husband have experienced, in my opinion, a great loss. They desire to have a child, and there were a couple of miscarriages. And so oftentimes her sadness would come seeing little babies. It's natural. And she would think to herself, you know, we would be here if our child had lived. And so she said that her therapist had expressed to her that she needs to get that out, that she needs to say it, that she needs to feel it, because it's real. It's real. It happened in her life, and she can't turn away as if it never happened. I say that to you. You need to get it out. You need to say it, because it's not like it didn't happen. And the more you suppress it, the more you become agitated by it, the more life begins to trip you up, the more angry you get. And so we're not trying to become people who are bottled up with anger and frustration and all of those things, but we're trying to become a better me, a better you. Where would you be? I want you to drop your inner resistance to not want to talk about it, to not want to deal with it, to not want to look at it for what it is. And I want you to try that exercise. Get in a car, get in a shower, do something where you can be by yourself and you can talk to yourself, talk it out loud, talk about it so that you can deal with it. You can have the emotion that's connected to it. And then I want you to release it. And I want you to relax. And I want you to breathe. And I want you to breathe deep. And I want you to blow it out slowly. And where would you be is not important. I think that's what I want to really express in our conversation. Where would you be is not as important as where you are. Why is it not important? Because we can't go back and change the past. You can't go back and make wrong right. You can't go back and undo what's been done. And so what's more important is understanding and accepting where you are. But in your acceptance of where you are, that doesn't mean that you do not press forward to something greater, something larger than yourself, challenging yourself. That's not what that means. And so the past is gone. The present is here and now. And the future is near, is what I want you to recognize. The past is gone. The present is here and now. And your future, it could be very near. See, what's interesting is we look at the past and it seems like it's so long ago, but really it wasn't that long ago. And the present, because if we stay fixated on what happened in the past, then we lose everything with the here and the now. And the future is so very close to us that, you know, again, if we don't make right decisions, right choices, if we don't analyze what we've already done, where we've already been, what we've already not necessarily done wrong, done right, but maybe not the best choice for us, then you find yourself playing playing the music and dancing to the same song over and over again. And then so you go from 30 to 40 and from 40 to 50 and 50 to 60, playing the same song and doing the same dance. I don't want you to concentrate on where would I be. I want you to concentrate on where I am and where I'm going. That's what I want you to really concentrate on today. I want you to learn from what has already gone by you. What the time that's gone by you, the lessons you've learned that's gone by you, the experiences that have gone by you. I want you to learn from those. Not only learn from those, but I also want you to live in what's here and what's now. Don't let another moment escape you without deciding to live here, to live today. And then I want you, while you're living today, I want you to prepare for what's near, the future, what's coming. So you can change all of those feelings that you have if you learn to live here today. And while you're living here today, you're preparing for your future that's on the way. I hope I've inspired you today. I wanted to just talk a little bit about where would I be? And turning that from where would I be to where am I going? You can go somewhere that is a great place for you. You can go somewhere that brings joy to you, that brings peace to you, that brings tranquility. Not only that, that brings a level of success. If nothing else, it brings a heightened understanding of who you are. Waiting on other people to change is never going to do anything for you, but it's you that brings the change about. It's not looking at other people and seeing what they should do to change, but it's looking at yourself and saying, I cannot change you. I cannot change you, but I surely can change me. And you can change the direction and the journey and the hills and the mountains that you experience by simply living today and preparing for your tomorrow. I'm going to leave you with this, and it's a quote that I came up with. Life is to be lived, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, looking through the front windshield at what is to come. See, you can't live this life without making good choices and bad choices, without being right and sometimes being wrong. But it's all of those things, good and bad, right and wrong, that helps you to navigate yourself to the forward motion. When you recognize that the bad thoughts actually have a benefit as well as the wrong ones, because you're supposed to learn. You're supposed to be always learning, always evolving, always elevating yourself. So when things happen to me and they're not necessarily the way I would want them to be, there is still a lesson to be learned. So I ask you this Monday, I want to know, where would I be and where am I going? Take where you've been. Like I said, life is to be lived, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong. Looking through the front windshield, which is larger than the rearview mirror, at what is to come. Get excited about what can happen to you versus what has already happened to you. I hope I've inspired you. I hope I've helped you to pique your interest in your thought process. And God bless you and keep you. And you have a wonderful rest of your Monday.